Please, does anyone have any idea of what Jamie Gittins was doing in the entire time that he played, both in the first half and when I was shocked that Enzo Maresca didn't remove him immediately? What was he doing? I don't because that guy throughout the first half he was just running. It's either he's going before the ball. If he was on an offside position for like he wasn't a striker, he was a winger, but I saw him in the offside position. He was caught offside so many times throughout that game. I was wondering what is Jamie Gittins? What it's as if he doesn't understand his role or what. I don't know. This draw that Chelsea drew against Brentford, it feels like a loss for me. Yes, it feels like a loss. It's more of like a loss than a draw. Because I don't know. I think from Graham Potter he drew against Brentford. Pochettino still drew against them, and now Enzo Maresca. Even last season he drew against them, and he's still drawing against them. In this their home, I don't know what is it that Chelsea that they can't get win Brentford at their home. I don't know. In fact, I think there are three issues that I see in this particular game. The first is the defense. Tosin and the Robayo, I think I understand something now. When you isolate him one on one, he's very, very horrible. He's very, very horrible one on one. You could see this the goal that the last game that Chelsea played, the Joshua King, that goal that was disallowed. It was almost the same thing. Chaloba, he rushed into challenge, almost close at the middle of the pitch. He rushed into challenge, he lost the ball. Then it was one on one with Joshua King and Tosin Adebayo. Almost the same thing. He cut into the right and he shoot and he entered into the post. Luckily, that one was disallowed. Almost the same thing. Just one counter. He threw the ball. Chaloba went into a challenge, just like the other one. He couldn't defend. He couldn't clear the ball properly. Then they lobbed the ball. This guy, Tosi was one on one with the with the attacker. The same thing. He got to the right and he scored again. I don't. That goal was it was a repeat of the last game that they played. So it feels like a repeat, and it's a bad one. Chelsea's defense, both Chaloba and Tosin, I didn't like the way they defend. Though we adopted a high line, that was because these guys are set back, especially when they scored that first goal. And you know that Chelsea they are going to press hard. And as for me, Chelsea they were not physically. I don't know in these two games, the last game and this one, physically Chelsea they were not up to par. Physically, I don't know what is the problem with this Chelsea team. I don't know. It was maybe in the second half when Chelsea came in, that was when things started changing. A lot of players they went on international break, so most of them they were arrested. I think Jimmy Gittins, Hato, that left wing was completely dead. Nothing was happening there. Then if you come to the right, it was there were kind of some sparks in the right wing, but the problem now was Wesley Fofana. He just returned back from injury, and then he wasn't. How you will. I don't know why Malogusto he wasn't included in this game. I don't know. I didn't see him play much in the international break. So it was a shocker for me that he didn't start. With James, you could understand. He played two games for England. There you could understand that one. But playing for Fernandes, it kind of limited Chelsea's attack through that right wing. So sometimes it feels as if Pedro Neto he was isolated up front there because Fofana wasn't really pushing forward. Then in the second half, that changed. Enzo Maresca, he made three changes. For Enzo Maresca to make three changes for you, you need to know that. You know that first half, even him, because sometimes it's as if he doesn't see what we see. But this time around, he saw it. He made three changes, and the game transformed immediately. But I was surprised that he brought in Gio wasn't in the lineup. That was surprising. I was shocked that he brought Gary George. He brought him in just like in the other match. Then this guy dropped. Joao Pedro he dropped. Then Gio was up there. Not until when Kupama was later introduced. You know, the changes that he made were effective. Another thing that I also noticed, which is my third point here, is set piece, or should I say, Chelsea defending area balls in their own 18. It was a problem, and also I don't know why Chelsea they refused to go long with their set piece. It was short, 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 and these guys they were able to deal with any kind of a threat that Chelsea were bringing. I don't know why they should have tried and go long. Throughout the game, Chelsea struggled with not just because I would have said set pieces. Most time it wasn't set piece. Sometimes it was long throw-ins. Chelsea struggled throughout. I don't know how many times they threw that ball, that long throw. Even they removed the first guy that was throwing, that was in charge of the throwing for them. Still, Garnacho when he came in, I know that second goal was his fault. He lost his marker, but when he came in, I love what I saw from Garnacho. That was what I was expecting from Gittins. That was what I was expecting from him, but we didn't see it. Immediately Garnacho came in, you could see that second goal was his own contribution. Though the ball deflected and bounced to Moises Caicedo. Man, that goal from Moises Caicedo. This is the kind of goals that Michael Essien normally score. One in a million. He doesn't score it. Caicedo, anytime he wants to score, he makes it to be spectacular. He don't score often, but anytime he wants to score, he's always spectacular. Seriously, I am so annoyed in that game. Our set piece was very, very, very poor. Both defending and attacking set pieces. It was very, very poor. It was very poor. I don't know what is wrong with. I don't think Chelsea should play like this when they play against Bayern. The midweek Champions League game that they have. Chelsea shouldn't do that. If not, if we do that, our story is going to be different. It's not going to be nice for Chelsea. So I don't Chelsea Enzo Maresca, he should know what he will do with these boys. Let me just give them the benefit of that. Let me say they are just coming back from international break. That is why they played like this. But a draw, that wasn't good enough for me.